Hey everyone, I hope you all are doing well. For today's video, I will be talking about PTO and how nurses get time off from work. I am currently on a 10-day vacation. Today is actually day 9 of 10, I believe, so I have to go back to work in 2 days, which is so sad because I've really been enjoying my time off, so I figured, you know what, I might as well make a video talking about PTO. And of course, I can only talk about my unit and how things work where I work. I don't know what it's like on other units or different hospitals, but this is how things go on my unit. So for the first 9 months of my current job, I was not allowed to take PTO because this is called the probation period. So if I wanted time off, I would just request a day off when I was making my schedule, and then they're pretty good about not making you work on days that you request off. So I know that sounds kind of crazy, you're probably thinking, well, how do you get time off in the first 9 months? Well, the good thing about nursing is that you only work 3 days a week if you're working full-time in the hospital. So, I mean, even though I couldn't use PTO, I could still have up to 7 days off in a row. So it really just depends on how you make your schedule. So if you want 7 days off, you can work, let's say, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday of 1 week, so that covers your 3 shifts for that week. And then I wouldn't go back to work until Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the next week. So that gives me 7 days off in between. So I would just do stuff like that whenever I wanted a good chunk of time off, since I couldn't use PTO. And so this is only the second job where I've ever been able to use PTO, and I love it. So I really think that you should use PTO whenever you can, even if you don't have any special plans. The first time that I was able to use PTO for my current job was back in July. I had 10 days off, went to New York, it was a great time. And for now, I once again have 10 days off, which was perfect because my dad came home from Kuwait. So I was able to go back to my hometown and spend time with him and the rest of my friends and family. So even if you don't have any plans, it's always nice to take a day off or something like that. Use your PTO because, I mean, you're getting paid to go on vacation and do whatever you want. I think it's a pretty good deal. I currently have 256 hours of PTO saved up, which is a ton. I think I get about 8 hours of PTO every pay period, so every 2 weeks I get an additional 8 hours of PTO. So I'm not quite sure if this PTO would be paid to me if I was to quit or get a new job, something like that. I don't know if they would pay me for all that money, all the hours that I have set up, because that would be a lot of money. 256 hours of PTO, that's a ton. So I'm not quite sure if they would pay me for that. I know they did at my previous job, but for this job, I don't know. I would have to ask a coworker or something like that because I have no idea. But once I find out, I can maybe let you guys know in a comment or the description box. Also, once you start getting PTO, they recommend that you save at least 1 week of PTO for unforeseen circumstances. So you never know when you're going to get sick or if you're going to break a leg or something like that and you need extra PTO and you don't have any. So you can ask your coworkers to donate PTO. But of course you don't want to have to depend on them. You want to save up as much as you can. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the main point of this video, which is how we use PTO on my unit. So we use something called Upgenius. So whenever you want to use PTO, we'll get a heads up from the schedule coordinator letting us know that we can sign up for PTO in a few days. And so when that day comes, we get a link in the email and you just click on that and you can sign up. So seniority is everything when it comes to nursing. So the way PTO works on my unit is that the nurses with the most experience get to sign up for PTO first, and the nurses with least amount of experience sign up last. So we kind of just get whatever is left over. So the first group is usually for nurses who have been on the unit for 10 or more years, so they get to sign up first, and then 2 days later, the next group signs up. So this is the group of nurses who have been working on the unit between 5 and 9 years. And then the third and final group, which is my group, are the nurses who have been working there for less than 5 years. Like I said, I've only taken PTO twice, but I have not had really a hard time getting the days that I want off because, like I said, both times I was able to get 10 days off, so it hasn't been a big deal with me being in the last group. So when you click on the link, there will usually be a bunch of dates that you can sign up for, and it's usually 4 months. So one time when I signed up, it was October, November, December, and the beginning of January. And the most recent one we did was the end of January, February, March, and the very beginning of April. So there's just a few months listed off and you just choose which days you want off. Each day will have 4 slots. The first 2 slots are basically guaranteed that you will get those days off. The third and the fourth slots are waitlist number 1 and waitlist number 2. So if you sign up for one of the waitlist spots, you're not guaranteed to get that day. However, if someone who signed up for the first 2 slots decides that they don't want that day anymore and they take themselves off of that slot, then you will be moved up and you will get that day off. So once you sign up for the days that you want off, you just submit it, put in your email address, and then you'll get a confirmation email that you signed up for whatever days you signed up for. So it's not a guarantee that you're going to get those days. You have to wait for the schedule coordinator to email you and let you know that you have been approved for those days. Once she emails you and says that you have been approved for your PTO, there is one final step. So when it comes time to make your schedule for whatever period of time that your PTO falls under, you have to make sure that you select PTO when you're making your schedule. If you do not put PTO on those days, you will not get those days off. I hope that makes sense. So it's basically a first come, first serve type of thing. So if someone else beats you to the punch, too bad, too sad. All you can do is sign up for the waitlist spot if there's a spot open and just hope that someone moves off. So there are certain rules when it comes to signing up for PTO. So if you work full-time, they ask that you don't sign up for more than 3 PTO days, especially during prime time, which is basically May through September, so like Memorial Day through Labor Day, because of course this is when most people want to go on vacation, like during the summertime. And you may be thinking, only 3 days is not a lot at all. Well, it actually is, because remember, nurses only work 3 days each week. So even if you only sign up for like 1 PTO day, you can get like 9 days in a row off. And if you sign up for 3 PTO days within 1 week, you can have up to 15 days off. So it's pretty good. And if you have some type of special occasion going on and you need more than 3 PTO days, you just have to talk to the schedule coordinator and kind of figure things out with her. Also, another rule when it comes to sign up for PTO is that you must already have that PTO time saved up. So it's currently November, so let's say you want PTO off in February, but you don't have enough PTO hours. Let's say you only have 5 hours. You can't sign up for time off in February because you don't have enough saved up right now. But let's say you're like me and you have 256 hours saved up, then yes, you can go ahead and sign up for PTO off in February. I personally like to maximize the number of consecutive days that I have off in a row. So let's say I take 1 PTO day off. I would work Sunday and Monday, and then my PTO would cover me for my 3rd day that week, and then I probably wouldn't go back to work until Thursday of the next week. So I work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of the next week. So to summarize, that would be me working Sunday, Monday, and then being off until Thursday of the next week. So I would have 9 days off in a row. Of course, you don't have to do this, but like I said, I like to have as many days off in a row as possible. So to summarize, this is how PTO works. We get an email from the schedule coordinator letting us know that we're going to be able to sign up for PTO in a few days. Then we get an email with the link, so you click the link when your group is able to sign up for it, depending on how many years you've been working on the unit. So you click the link and then you sign up for up to 3 days. If you only want to do 1 day, you can click just 1 day, but you can sign up to 3 days if you're working full-time. And then you submit those days, type in your email address, and then you'll get a confirmation email letting you know what days you signed up for. Then a few days later, the schedule coordinator will let you know if those days were approved. And if those days were approved, then when you make your next schedule, you have to make sure you put in PTO on the days that you want off. And then there you have it, you have your PTO. So I really like how PTO works in the nursing world. I mean, I get a ton of days off. It's pretty cool to get paid to go on vacation. It's not something that I'm used to, but I'm starting to get used to it very quickly and I love it. And my dad always jokes around because I only work 3 days a week. He's like, every time I call you, you're off, you're not working. Do you ever go to work? I just really like to have as many days off in a row as I can. And nursing really allows you to do that. I don't really know of too many other jobs where you can do that, and I am so thankful for it. And of course, because like I said, when you sign up for your PTO, they usually give us a list of 4 months to sign up for. You don't have to do your days like consecutively. You don't have to do your 3 days like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for PTO. You can do one random day in November, you can do a random day in December, and a random day in January if you want. Just do it however you want to do it. Alright, so that's it for this video, just a general overview of how PTO works and how nurses get time off, at least on my unit. I hope that you found this video helpful, and I hope you all have a lovely day. I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye!